Hello everyone! Tommy Girl with you once again for a new Let's Play. This time we are Let's Playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords, with the Restored Content mod. Now, a little bit about this game. It's the sequel to BioWare's hit Knights of the Old Republic. This was made by Obsidian, made really using a very similar, if not the same engine. Not that long after, actually. This was a rushed sequel, and sadly, as a result, was released somewhat unfinished. That's why I have this Restored Content mod on here, which I have not actually played. I've played through this entire game several times, but I've not played it with Restored Content mod, so this isn't a blind LP, but the Restored Content mod material that will all be new to me if I even notice it, if the stuff's large enough to notice. I know early game, there really shouldn't be any major impact, but as the game goes on, there should be additional content that I do notice. So I'm excited to see what they did with it, and I'm excited to show this game to you, because I do really enjoy it. So let's get started, let's make a character. Alright, we're going female, because I like playing the ladies, since I am one. And this time we're going to go female Jedi Counselor, for advanced players only. Look at that. Oh, we're cool. Well, I'm an advanced player, that's right. And we're going to do a custom character, because quick characters, they are no fun at all. Alright. Now, you don't have any of the portrait choices of last game because we are playing a different character. I'm gonna play this blonde here. She fits nicely with my concept, my character concept. Except we're not gonna be that advanced. All right, so time to do some stats. I'm going to put everything at 10 because I don't like the negatives. As a counselor, we really do want to focus on things like wisdom. Wisdom is going to be our really important stat. I do like a little bit in int. Con is always nice as well. Dexterity, very good to keep us avoiding things. I think this is a toss-up for me. I would like some points in charisma because I like to persuade. At the same time, I do want a little bit in strength just because it helps early on. As the game goes on, we're not going to use it. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take 2 points out of that. And then I'm going to put... Oh. I just had a dirt moment. I was looking at the wrong thing. Anyway, alright. So we do have enough to put this many in dexterity. I was looking at the point cost for some reason. I don't know what I was thinking. We want reasonable charisma as well. Now, it is tempting to go above 14 and take the point because they cost more points as you get above 14, but as much as it would be nice to have the higher wisdom, I don't think there's going to be a shortage as we go through the game to amp up our wisdom, so I'd rather start with a little bit more of a balanced character and not waste some of those points. Alright, I like having Persuade. Skills simultaneously are more and less important in this game, but Persuade, I love to have all the dialogue options, so definitely want to do that. Awareness, repair, sure, treat injury. I would love to have a point, actually I might take something out here so I can put it in security or, no, we're gonna stick with that. For now. Later on, we could put some more into skills. I like to have a little bit here and there. There are neat feats where you can actually make certain skills a class skill instead of a cross-class skill in this game. But I don't know how much I'm going to mess with that. So anyway, here we are. We get a lot of stuff to start, as you can see. We get a lot of beginning feats. I don't need to go through everything. The only thing that's really different than, say, something you might not expect is this War Veteran, which I believe starts you with a little bit more HP than the typical character, if I'm remembering that properly. Alright, so here we go. We're in the feats here. Let's see. Now, it's always hard for me to choose an early feat, because there are... I know what I want long-term, but it's always tough to sort of figure out what would be best. There is a neat thing for trading your using your dex instead of your strength to hit, but we're we're not really gonna be using... We're gonna be using melee weapons early, but I don't think that's gonna be worth it. Getting a cross-class skill early would be nice. I really don't like stealth in this game. Security, always useful. And computer. I think I'm going to give myself security. Just so next time we level up, I can put a few points in that and not have to burn any points. Alright, I haven't mentioned this actually, but we are going for an evil playthrough, so I'm going to pick a suitably evil name. Lord Fluffy Bunny. Ah, tremble at my frighteningness. That's why I didn't want to say earlier. See, she's kind of got a cottontail. Yeah, I may have planned out this name. It might have been a thing. It just amused me. My original name was Lord Fluffy Bunny Slippers, but I discovered it would not fit, so that is very sad. But anyway, Lord Fluffy Bunny will terrify the masses. So anyway, let's get started.
The Ebon Hawk is adrift in space after a terrible battle. Most of its crew are dead or dying. You lie in the medical room in critical condition. You won't survive long without medical attention. The hyperdrive is damaged. Main power must be restored in order to bring the engines online and dock with the nearby Peragus mining station for much-needed repairs. Your fate and that of the Ebon Hawk depend upon T3M4, a lone astromech droid. Return to this location at any time to skip the prologue.
Alright, so this is a prologue here, and actually it's basically a tutorial if you really don't understand the game. I really think it's quite tedious, and the only cool thing is you get a neat cutscene at the end, and I'll show you guys that cutscene, but other than that, we are going to skip the prologue and assume that T3 was able to land the Ebon Hawk nicely.
Sensors show the door to the storage compartment is being sliced. There is someone or something else alive on the Ebon Hawk.
Alright. That was substantially creepy. Awaken. Now, I don't know how we got all the way from here to this middle area here, but I really like the effect of the lighting up little panels here. I think that's pretty neat. Alright. As you can see, we are underdressed for life. But, it's okay. We can still handle whatever's thrown at us, I'm sure. With our red shoes and our underwear? Is this underwear? Jump hat? I don't know. I feel like I'm wearing a bathing suit. Pretty modest bathing suit, actually. Alright, so here we are at the medical computer, and we're in the medical, probably not in the medical bay, but there's a lab station here which you can use to create items and things, but we're gonna leave that alone for now. Can't get through this door. Now before we mess with that console, let's see if we can go console? I said council. We're not dealing with the council right now. Let's try to bash this. Nope. We need a plasma torch for that. So we cannot continue. Let us deal with this. Medical logs, sure. Let's deal with the logs.
Still examining the survivors of the damaged freighter. Looks like it goes by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Only one survivor, placed in the KotOR tank for recovery. The carbon scoring on the vessel suggests it was in a battle, but no indication of who fired on it. Couldn't get much from the Nava computer. I'm surprised the ship was able to make it inside the Peragus asteroid field without the asteroid drift charts. Aside from the lone survivor, we recovered an old woman. No life signs. There was also a protocol droid and a utility droid on board. Sent both down to maintenance while security sorts through the other items on the ship. It looks like the utility droid, a T3 unit, was able to get the ship working enough to get to the colony. We're prepared to...
Alright, so that kind of tells us what we already know. T3 landed the thing. We didn't know about the dead old woman or the fact that we're the only survivor, and also it said there was another type of droid, which is the little cutscene I showed. You could see that droid that showed up. That scary silhouette. Ah.
Could be a Jedi, but we won't know for sure until we get the transmission back from the Republic. If the survivor is a Jedi, that would account for the recovery rate. But I'm more concerned that a Jedi here may cause trouble. Some of the miners, especially KotOR, are already Another accident today. A detonation in the ventilation tunnels. If the lockdown measures hadn't activated, the whole facility would have been destroyed. Got most of the injured to the KotOR tanks in time, but the rest had to go to the morgue. One of the wounded said a droid caused the accident, but we couldn't get any specifics.
Well, we know from the character creation screen that we are supposedly a Jedi, so...
Minors about the Jedi. A number of the droids have been acting oddly, and not even memory wipes seem to be fixing the problem. There was a detonation in another one of the fuel vents the droids were working in. We deactivated several of them, and moved them down to maintenance. But we're still treating the plasma burns. That cuts us down to almost half shifts, and with the droids malfunctioning, we may not make the Telos shipment for this month. Fortunately, the detonation didn't cause a lockdown.
Warning. There has been a fuel detonation in the mining tunnels. Emergency lockdown commencing. personnel report to quarters and prepare for emergency venting countermeasures.
No! If the ventilation systems are malfunctioning, evacuate the medical bay! Everyone evacuate!
Uh-oh. Well, that didn't sound good. That doesn't progress us, but we learned some interesting things, so I'll take it. I like learning. Alright. See, Kolto Tank 1 through 5, and we're Kolto Tank 3, and we're the only one that recovered. Everyone else is deceased. Alright, patient treatment, medical bay functions. Woo, we have lots of choices. Let's look at the camera. Oh, well that's not very interesting. Morgue camera? There's a guy and two guys laying. You could unlock door to the morgue. Sure. Why not? And unlock medical storage. Sure. 0 spikes. What have we got to lose? Hopefully nothing tries to come and kill us. Alright. Medical inventory? Oh, this is what brings our attention to the bench here that I said we're gonna not mess around with quite yet. Ooh, medical bay stuff. Let us start our journey by looting all of the things. Chemicals. Now these chemicals are part of, or what you use to create things for the lab station. I'll show you guys that now. Let's see. Let's use it. See, look, we can make a med pack. And it's based on, like, it'll show you your current skill. And then it's based on a certain amount of chemicals for the create item. So look at chemical cost, total chemicals. And what you can make is based on what your stats are with the skills and everything, which is part of what makes skills quite useful in this game. But one neat little trick, and we'll go over as the game goes on, you can use other members of your party to make items and things for you. So that's the nice thing, is you don't have to worry about amping up a ton of stats to get decent things. You gotta make sure your party's a little well-rounded for that, though. Ooh, look at this thing. Get the... I forgot how to... There we go. Whoa. Is this inverted? Wow, inverted first person? I should change that setting. That guy is creepy. I don't like him. But, do you have anything I can loot? Plasma torch! Oh. Zombie! Zombie!
Find what you're looking for amongst the dead?
I thought you were dead.
Close to death. Yes, closer than I'd like. You have the smell of the KotOR tank about you. How do you feel?
A little disoriented. Was it your voice I heard in the KotOR tank?
Yes, I had hoped as much. I slept here too long and could not awaken. It may be I reached out unconsciously, and your mind must have been a willing one. Or perhaps you have been trained for such things.
Just stay out of my mind in the future. Now, what do you want?
I am Kriya, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall what happened?
Last thing I remember, I was on board a Republic ship, the Harbinger. What happened to it?
Your ship was attacked. You were the only survivor. A result of your Jedi training, no doubt.
Now, if it's interesting with these options, it's all like, if you think I'm a Jedi, you're mistaken. I'm no longer a member of the Jedi Order. And these are things we actually don't know about our character, so this is kind of how we know. So I'm going to say, I'm no longer a member of the Jedi Order.
Your stance, your walk tells me you are a Jedi. Your walk is heavy. You carry something that weighs you down.
That is no business of yours.
So it would seem. Keep your past and let us focus on the now.
Very well. How do we get out of here?
I do not know. I was removed from the events of the world as I slept. A survey of the surroundings may provide the answers we seek.
The ship we arrived in, the Ebon Hawk, must still be in this place. We should recover it and leave.
We? Why do you think we are together in this?
We were attacked once, and I fear our attackers will not give up the hunt so easily. Without transport, weapons, and information, they will find us easy prey indeed.
You seem nervous, worried. Something wrong?
Even as I slept, I felt much unrest here. I saw strange visions, minds colored with fear. Now, everything here feels terribly silent. A last word of caution. I would find out as much as you can about this place quickly. I fear we will need to depart as suddenly as we arrived.
We'll see. There's gotta be someone left alive around here.
You may wish to extend your search to some clothes, if only for proper first impressions.
Hey, cheeky chick. Don't be that way. I was at a KotOR tank. Come on now. Alright. Just stay out of my way or you'll end up like these corpses.
I leave you to the explorations of this place. Here I will remain and attempt to center myself.
I am Lord Fluffy Bunny. I need no help from anyone. Bwahaha. I am from a very prestigious line of fluffy bunnies. That name will never ever... If you expect that name to stop amusing me at some point, I don't think it's gonna. So I think the whole LP will be like, Fluffy Bunny. Let's bash this. Bam. See, now we can progress. Corpse time. Now, one thing I don't think I mentioned is we are playing this on the highest difficulty of gameplay, unlike my last, my KotOR playthrough. I decided I enjoy a challenge, and I felt like the game was too easy on normal. I've also done a practice playthrough with this, and although we're gonna have a lot of challenge early, I feel confident that we will be okay on the higher difficulty. Though we might die. We'll see. Alright, I'm going to switch weapons. That is a nice quality of life change to this game. You can switch weapons. There's a shortcut for it here. As you can see, it's actually H as well, but I'll usually just click it because I find that easier. Alright, let's go up. We don't have any force powers yet, so we're just going to go attack it like their basic attack. Sounds like the perfect time. Kabam! Look at that. Bam! Pretty good for a force user without force points. Excellent. Alright. We got a laser, so we do have a ranged weapon now, so let's oops. Let's put that for our plasma torch. So we can switch to range at any time we please. At any moment. But I am gonna try bashing with the sword. But hopefully we won't get hurt too bad. Oh, that hurt a little bit. Also, in this game, you do recharge health, which is not true in KotOR. It does take a little bit of time, and I'm not sure, actually. This early in the game, we might not. I think it might be once you become a Jedi. But I seem to recall that we do... Oh, there it goes. Yep. We do recharge health in this game, which I really like that change. It just makes it, nice while you're walking around, you can recharge. It'll take a second. I'm not going to use this. Oh, we do have 4 med packs. I could have just used one of those. Alright, we're just going to go in. Oh, nothing in here anyway. Well then. So much for safety. Stuff for droids. Big who cares. There's an emergency hatch.
This is the exit, but it is sealed. Strange. In my visions, it was open.
I'm just gonna ignore her. If I could access a terminal, huh? Alright. In her vision, it was open. Well, apparently your vision is wrong. Way to be. Alright. Let's see what we can get. Oh, we don't have security yet, so we're just gonna bash. And in this game, there is actually... Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to probably get out the plasma. Yeah, let's get out the plasma. In this game, there's actually a downside to bashing security things. And that is, you can actually crush the things in there. And that's why I am looking to actually have a little bit of security. See, there was a broken item in there. And we will never know what that was, because in this game a lot of the items are also randomized. Much more so. KotOR really doesn't have much in the way of random items, I don't believe. So, we'll never know what we missed out on. Alright, so there's a lot of things, and what I'm going to do in this game for quality of life things is there's, you a lot of logs and things, and some people are not so interested in that stuff, but some people are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put links in the description and annotations, so you can skip by these sort of holologs or whatever they're called if you're not interested in the plot or you already know it and you're ready to just move on. I didn't do it for the first ones because they're pretty short, but...
Is this thing on? Alright, all hands, especially you, KotOR, listen up, because I'm not gonna say this again. The next one of you Juma heads to try and smuggle a blaster, or so help me, any sort of military-grade frag weapons into my facility is gonna take a long walk out the airlock. Why? Because in case you forgot, Peragian fuel explodes at high temperatures. That's what blasted that chunk out of Peragus 2 and created this asteroid field. So if I catch any of you with anything other than sonic charges or mining lasers, I'll burn you and your contract. Security out.
Alright, so... Administration Council is about maintenance. A lot of the stuff is interesting and kind of useful, but not the most exciting stuff.
You're in maintenance. Then maybe...
Sir, I don't know. It's like their behavior cores are undergoing binary decay, but I can't find the source. This shouldn't be happening.
Well, that's reassuring. It isn't happening. So the next time we nearly have a breach in the ventilation tunnels, I could just close my eyes and pretend it's my imagination. You better give me some answers. I want to know the damage these droids can do if they start mining us instead of asteroid rock.
Sir, these droids aren't combat models. Their mining lasers are weaker and less accurate than blasters. I doubt those droids could even hit one of us.
Are you blind? What about the miners in Medbay? It's sabotage, and it started right after the commander said we weren't going to sell the Jedi to the exchange. So I want you to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. That'll tell me who's trying to clear a path to get that Jedi off the facility, and stop him. In the meantime, make sure the security's armed with all the ion and sonic charges you can find. If those droids start coming after me, I'm gonna need more than low-grade mining lasers to take them down. Clear?
Yes, sir. Maintenance control out.
Idiot.
Alright, well apparently there's some possibility of some rogue droid action. What is rogue droid action? I don't know. What is this? Security storage room inventory?
I secured the stealth field generator inside one of the footlockers in the security storage room. If I have the specs right, the interface field should be effective against the droid's sensors. All I need to do is equip the belt and some skill with stealth in order to use it. As long as I don't get too close to the droids, they shouldn't detect me. If any more droids start malfunctioning, the belt should buy me enough time to get to the override switch I set up in the communications blister console. I'd rather shut them down than destroy them. I want to find out how these droids are being sabotaged, maybe even turn them against whoever's sabotaging them.
So at least that tells us what we can do with those logs to try to maybe stop the crazy droids, because we were attacked by droids, so... Alright,
And according to one of the miners, it was because one of the sonic charges went off prematurely. And like before, it was one set by a mining droid. The three idiots were grouped so close to the charge it might as well have been a grenade going off. The blast turned their bones to dust. The blast wrecked the internal components of the droid that set the charge, though, so we can't even dissect it to see what happened. I don't like what's going on here. Ever since that Jedi showed up, things are getting worse. It's not just KotOR and his miners, or the fights, but now the droids are acting crazy. If we don't find what's causing this, or who, this facility's gonna be space dust by the time the next Telos freighter arrives.
alright. Well then. Those are the security records. I think we hit all or most of them. And then remote camera controls. We can look at stuff. Oh look, it's us! Hi, us! Oh, we look great. We look great. Okay, so there's robots. Oops. Nope. Communication. That's the thing that the guy was talking about stopping the droids. And look, it's a hunk of man meat. Oh no. Somebody that's alive. I'll take it. Alright. Oh, can we not do anything about that? Alright. Let's log out. Thank you, security desk.
Be careful.
Oh.
There is much energy in the room beyond. yet it stems from nothing that lives.
What?
Can you not sense them? Reach out. Cast aside your sight. Cast aside what you see, and instead reach out with your perceptions. Ah, you can feel them. The droids you cannot perceive, but the small oscillations of energy, that you can feel, echoing outwards.
With Kriya's help, you have gained the passive precognition power. When this power is triggered, you should save your game. Oh. Well, we can save the game and end the episode. That seems perfect. So, we've learned a little bit from Kriya. Apparently, it can talk with us creepily through our mind. And now we know there are robots to fight. We will be ready. I'll see you guys next time.